So we're going on a walking tour of the frame after I painted it with the Pour 15. Is that any good? No. But this might be. So if I can give you a close-up. So the little divots is the pitting in the frame that was there earlier. This is clean steel. This is the round bar. Well, the tube we used for the X-brace. And then these are my pieces for that little cover between the cab and the frame. And then this is clean steel. So it doesn't really need much except for some drips. We can sand those down and then buff them out. And then for some reason, where is it? Oh, there's more. There seems to be more drips on this side on the, which would be the top of the frame. I guess it was running the way I was spraying it. Fits right here? No, doesn't fit anywhere. That is a dead bug. If you wait till it's all the way dry, you can just scrape them out. And then there's just a little spot. Don't try to rub them when they're wet. This bug went all the way in. But see, that's when you touch them and they're wet, then they stick all the way down. I need a stool. I'll be right back. So today is Tuesday, and I painted this on Thursday last week. I'm pretty sure. Frame's done. I don't really need to bring it in right now because it's going to take up a lot of space. I got some other things I can do, so we're going to do those today. This table is made out of galvanized pipe that was welded together. It's heavy and it's sturdy and it's not very tall. So the bed is going to go on this table, and then we're going to work on the bed. So first I got to set it down and get it on the hoist. Well, that was easier than I expected. Well, let's just say it worked, right? I don't really need this on here anymore. But I can work around it for now. I gotta take that. That has to come off and get drilled. And I gotta clean up underneath it. So the big deal, for this is, where are you gonna mount it? So they have it mounting all the way up here, but you're gonna have to cut this so that this fits for this license plate. And then this would cover, this would mount like this and cover the frame piece. But I'm not doing that, of course, because, you know, let's make it more difficult than it already was. So it's gonna go here. Into 3/16. 1, 2, 3/16. Okay. Fucking tape. I think the wax and grease remover will take that off. Let's try it right now. It's bothering me. I started working on these a while back. But I'll show you why I'm not going to use them at all. Oh, shit. So if we look right here, that would all have to be repaired. That's not that big a deal. But then somebody put some round bar in there to form the fender around, and that's not a big deal either. But then that's a hole. This is brass, that's body filler. They put this on here to hold it. That's a hole. And then when you flip it over, this line is totally wrong. So they made this line with body filler, and you can see the rest of the damage. So it's, I know they're $1,200 a piece, but it's cheaper to buy new ones than to try to repair these. But I can use them for mock-up because I think they're the right fenders. I mean, they came on the truck. So I need a couple of screws. So I think you can see that this is where the truck line would have ended and all of this was open. And then with their doodad, it would cover up to about right here. But with the way we're putting it on, it'll cover up almost to the bottom. The front will be covered because of the running board. So carrying that along, here's my problem. Well, let me think about it. Yeah, I forgot to hit record. So before, this thing was flat or even, right? Parallel. It was going to be up and there was going to be this gap. So what if we just pull it down, match it up with the bottom of this fender, plus or minus, because I don't know what the new fender is going to hang like. But if I build my piece to look like this, and I'll roll the top so we can screw it into this part of the bed and weld it on here. Then we can body fill it to make it look like it belongs. Yeah, okay, so I convinced myself. We're gonna drop that down at an angle like that. Weld that along that seam. Weld it in here. And then it'll bolt to the bed. So this bottom piece can come out. Then it'll also bolt to the fender. You can see how that thing, maybe you can't, that thing's caved in. There's no getting that thing fixed. I mean, unless you build another one. But you can buy another one. Why build it when you can buy it for cheaper? That's gonna do it. Transfer to metal. GoPro, stop recording.